everyone. So my team and I are on our usual rounds working in the field here in the town called Berekum Senase. I believe it rings a bell. If it doesn't, maybe you're a new follower. But anyway, you're welcome to Farming in Africa YouTube channel. This is your go-to channel for everything and anything livestock information, guys. I have to chip in quickly that we are actually diversifying, so you just have to stay tuned, okay? Follow us on this journey. Well, as I was passing by, I saw my boss's car, Fred. Definitely, that means that he is in the house. You guys know, since we've been here, we've been trying to catch him to go to the farm with, because we have a lot of questions coming from you about what happened to the 6-acre piece of land you guys evacuated from, you know, with all your animals and everything to home. So if you are new here, we used to be here up until January this year, till we relocated to home in the eastern region of Ghana. That question I don't have an answer to, but before that, you know, it's just courtesy that you don't just barge into somebody's compound. So let me call him, and hopefully if he's not in any meeting, he gives us the permission to come. So you will join us, enter his compound and see his house, which is actually a container house, guys, but it's innovative. So let me call him quickly and let's see. Oh great, it's going through. Hi sir. Hello sir.
Yes, Nadia.
We happen to be in your hood. Do we have permission to enter your compound, please?
Yes, you can come in.
Great, thank you. See you in a jiffy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Permission granted. Whew. Let's go. I actually have a feeling he doesn't want to go to the farm because maybe, don't let me go ahead of myself, but what if it's some kind of PTSD, because he has been here the whole weekend and he hasn't been to the old farm. But guys, it is what it is. We've moved. We are doing great. Woo! Come on in. Oh, I've already called him. Let's go. Whoop. Hi, sir.
Hi, Nadia.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for granting us permission to be here.
You're welcome. I wasn't expecting you this quick though.
Actually, I warned my people there might be a possibility of not getting permission to be here in case you are in a meeting. Let me just add that.
You're always welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's been how many months? 6 months since I have been here?
Yes.
Has it been same for you?
I was here for about 2-3 days in March and then I just left. But yeah, since January, I've just been here once in March for 3 days and just left.
Those 3 days, did you pass through the old farm?
No.
Any PTSD kind of symptoms?
No, but I like to protect my heart and mind.
Okay.
Choose peace.
Choose peace, guys. So we are here at Fred's beautiful house. Yes, the container house is actually still there, guys. Is it still in good shape?
Yes, it is in good shape. I mean, that's where I stay. That was the purpose of building it, so that when I come to the farm, you know, I stay in there. Even though the outside looks very rusty, I mean, inside does the work.
Inside does the work.
Not as beautiful as it was. This has been what? I built this in 2018.
Oh, come on.
So yeah. So it's 6 years.
6 years, metal, all the weather elements. No, it has done well. The only thing that gives it away a bit is this. This, is it tractor or wheel loader or what exactly?
You call it wheel loader, or there's another word for it, a payloader.
A payloader?
Yeah, wheel loader is American and a payloader is, I guess, British.
You always learn whenever you hang around Fred, guys. And for me, it's not supposed to be here, so for it to be here on your compound, well, you know, I wouldn't leave here without asking questions, but I also came to tell you that a lot of our people, those who showed us such strong love and solidarity when we went through tough times, keep asking, what is happening to the old farm? I know you really don't like to talk about that because, like you said, you would rather protect your heart and mind and peace, but it is what it is. Today, you really have to answer that for us. I don't have the answer. I understand that you still have that cute piece of land where all of this started. We've gained a lot of new loved ones over this period. So just quickly run me through and then please take us to the farm, sir.
Yeah, so this is where the goat idea thing started from. I think, you know, I was into cattle farming and did a bit of poultry farm as well. But when I wanted to do goat farm, I wanted it close by me. So I actually bought 2 goats, 1 male, 1 female, and started them right from here. So you can see that even with this pen, it was still divided. So the male was here, the female was here.
Hey, they were not sleeping together.
No, they were not sleeping together. I've always been very intentional
Definitely.
when it comes to. So I had 2 spaces there, 1 for the male, 1 for the female.
Wow.
Grew them a bit here till I moved them to the farm, and then started, you know, using this place for my dogs. You know,
for your dogs?
Yeah, I used to have Rottweilers here, and that's where they would stay. Yeah.
Guys, that's a historic piece of land right there. Am I right to even say the genesis of Semanhyia Learning and Development Farm with the goats?
With the goats, yes. With the goats, you're right. Yeah.
Because remember, we started with cattle.
Yeah, this is where it started from.
What land size are we looking at here in your compound?
So we're looking at about 100 by 70.
Is it 1 plot, 2 plots,
it's one plot of land. So it's a 1 plot of land. It looks big because it only has the container, but it's not that big, but it does the work.
It is big, enough for a summer hut, a wheel loader, a payloader, and that piece of land. Well, guys, see, I didn't ask for his permission to take us to the farm, but he has agreed, you see. So without wasting much time, let's just follow Fred to the farm. I told you we'll try and capture all of the facial expressions he might exhibit if we are lucky. So follow us to the farm, okay? All right. All right, guys, we are finally here. And Fred, let me say thank you for coming. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For whatever reason that makes you pass through your community without wanting to see this farm, you overcome it, and today we are here. So, well.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I don't think I'll talk much. So I am happy he started with wow. You guys remember the first time I came in, I had what I call the ambulance effect. I said wow, wow, wow till we got to the poultry structure. And it's no surprise that Fred is having the same reaction. But Fred, I would just want us to start with a little chit chat here to reduce the wow effect, because Godfred already warned me earlier that I might get emotional when I come here. And for me, I did get a little, because I remember how I would run from that stretch to the stretch to receive all of the media guys who heard of our story and wanted to broadcast it. And the number of runs, I even tripped at a point over here somewhere. Then I would, take them around before we get to where you were with the animals. What memories do you have? I mean, you have been here more times than me, obviously. What memories does all of this give you?
I don't think that was it. This doesn't bring any memory, because since I remember the time I bought this land, it was somewhere. Oh, it's actually exactly now 20. Trying to remember.
Well, a trip down memory lane, guys. So just follow us.
I was gonna say 10 years, but it's more than 10 years. So I bought this land. Was I in London? Oh, I bought this land, I think somewhere 2012. Yes.
More than a decade.
So I remember standing here, and it was all bush, and the chiefs.
Oh, okay.
So they pointed the tree, and they
okay.
said it's from here to that tree.
Okay.
So that's when I couldn't enter, that it was bushy.
Okay.
And then the next time I came here, I came with the bulldozer to clear the whole place. And since then, it hasn't been this bushy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this state doesn't jack any present memory aside the first time when I bought this land, you know. So, yeah.
Well, I guess we both have different memories of it.
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't there when it was purchased, obviously. So for me, it was the running to the entrance to welcome all of the media houses. And you know, in the other video, I actually thanked all of them for actually carrying the story out. It went rife all over the country. And you know, we didn't have any comms about that because I've always said here in Farming in Africa, we share the highs and the lows with the people. It's not all about the successes, guys. So it was just right that we take you along the hard times we're facing. And once again, it's all of the media houses, all of the YouTubers who carried it along for us. Just want to say thank you. Thankfully, we have relocated and established successfully again at home in the eastern region of Ghana. So maybe a bit of good news. How does that make you feel? In the space of 6 months, you can boast of a fully operational and functional farm again. How does that make you feel?
I think that's, you know, I have no doubt about my zeal and the speed
and drive.
and drive. So, so yeah, I think once I set my eyes on it and said this is not gonna pull me down, I knew I could do it. And with the help of everybody that contributed, prayed for us, you know, supported us through this journey, I think, you know, made it possible. I think in our first 3 months, we had finished our structures and everything. The goats were back in there and so on. So no, that's great. I'm glad we didn't give up. I have a very strong team as well who, you know, were there with me throughout this moment and also supported me in various ways with their skills, energy, to get us to where we are. But I still cannot believe this. If I knew this is how it looked, I wouldn't have come.
Well. The first time I came here, I told Bless that looking at this side actually got me a bit emotional because I remember vividly the wooden structure. Actually, the story building, that's what I used to call it. That housed the animals. And you would be sitting over there on your blue camp chair.
Yeah, I had that camp chair.
Yes, receiving visitors. And you know, it was all fun and games till I looked to my right. This jarred me a bit because unlike this side, we were able to actually relocate. I told them we moved our structures, we dismantled and we moved them to some to help build a new farm. But you see, this structure, it just makes me have so many second thoughts about concrete buildings because now moving, Fred, we couldn't relocate this. Tell us a bit about this structure actually.
Yeah, so that structure was actually supposed to host about 20 pigs. Yeah, so we're gonna do piggery. So that's what we had started here. But unfortunately, we couldn't live to the life of this, and this incident happened. So, and like you said, concrete structures, you can't dismantle it. So it is still there.
So what's going to become of this? Can we use the blocks for something? I don't know. You come up with a lot of creative ideas. Yes. What idea can we use this for?
I mean, I think this is the smallest structure we have here that is still existent. So, you know, the warehouse is there, which is huge. The poultry pen is a 10,000 capacity poultry pen. Yeah. I look at this and I'm like, how many students, how many young people are passionate about poultry and are struggling to save money to build a poultry farm to start something. Yeah. And here I go with, you know, 10,000 capacity sitting idle and just getting ruined.
Getting ruined. Well, let's just hope that by the end of this story, it wouldn't just be sitting there getting ruined. Actually, right where we are, when we move forward a bit, which is actually where I'm going to let you stop, reminds me so much of the day we had one of the largest, what do they call it? Is it convoys I have ever seen in my life? And I felt like What the hell? We are in the middle of a movie right there. Who knows? Some Hollywood kind of production. You know, it was all about the government authorities that showed such huge interest. And right there, we hosted the Bono Regional Minister and her entourage. And it just makes me think over and over what became of all of those government high-end visits.
Yeah. I think so. We engaged. I think it was all from the agric minister. So we went ahead. You know, the feedback. He's a regional minister, so I guess he was the closest to us to come see what is happening and validate, you know, the story and everything that was happening. And I think she came, like you said, with her people and saw exactly what has happened and said, wow. Like, you know, I mean, we all saw her comments and so on. So then everything was relayed to the agric minister, which I had a couple of encounter with him as well. So yes, but for this property as it stands, as you can see, nothing is happening here. The focus was on Suhum because there's no way I was going to stop goat farming. I was on a mission to make an impact in goat farming and in the livestock industry. And if I can do it here, that doesn't mean I can do it in Ghana. So I think for the past 6 months, the focus has been in the Eastern region, really trying to continue from where we started from. It was a step back, but I think it also gave me a lot of opportunities to be able to rebuild something that I truly believe in. Not just to be on the internet or social media, but if I didn't believe in what I was doing, I wouldn't go back and after all this investment, reinvest again, you know, so.
Well, I would have asked you, so what's that one thing you would say the government helped you with? Because we got a lot of the government's attention.
Yeah, so I think I met with the Minister of Agric, and Honorable Brian Champon, such a great man. I think first time meeting with him, and it was such a welcoming reception from him. He was as shocked and sad as I was as well. And I think throughout our discussion, obviously the point that I've always made was it was never my intention to defy the chiefs and stay here, but I wanted more time, right? And I had already purchased the Suhum land, right? So the goal was to move there. And so I had a meeting with the minister and, you know, he did promise that, you know, there is an initiative coming, which is the planting for food on job. I think point 2, phase 2, and you know, it involves chicken and piggery. And since we already have the infrastructure, that was going to be utilized for that. And I was very happy with it. So that's a government project. I don't know how far they are with that. So if that comes through, that means that we'll be able to utilize this space and host about 10,000 chicken here. And the piggery can also, continue with it. Then personally for him, he actually made a donation that helped us to buy additional, I think, 2.5 acres of land towards the land we had in Suhum, so right next to us, to be able to expand the work that we are doing in Suhum. So from his own pocket, right? And I think, you know, thank you very much, Honorable. And if you know him, please thank him for us. But it helped us in expanding the land that we already had to continue with the work that we are doing in Suhum.
Well, Honorable, from the entire Farming in Africa team, thank you for that personal donation. Away from the fast and furious passion that drove Fred to rebuild the new Semanhyia L&D farm in a matter of 3-4 months, we are still here. Let me remind you that we are the old farm, the genesis basically of the Semanhyia L&D farm you've come to love. Where we are standing, actually when I came earlier, there was a huge surprise that woke me up. And please, I want you to come closer to me. You see this kind of land we are standing on?
Yes.
It's not a land you would say is fertile, at least for this side. And then I looked to my right, no, my left. And then I saw how well the Semanhyia grass is thriving. And then suddenly I'm like, if I hadn't seen this, I would have just thought you guys are just saying it's a hardy grass for marketing purposes. But Fred, I was actually that doubtful. I came all the way here to let the camera zoom in and see still the kind of ground it is thriving in. I don't know, does it surprise you? Because for me it did. Does it surprise you?
It doesn't, because that's why I chose to bring this grass to Africa instead of all the other grasses and forages out there, right? So this grass, this is what it does, right? And because this place is actually not fertile, because, you know, we paved it with a bulldozer, so it has no nutrients on top of it, right? And that's why you can see even the kind of plants that grows here, right? So you're right, that is the testimony of the grass we've been preaching about.
Wow. I think for today I would ask one of the commonest questions I do get from people. They ask, so what's the difference between the brachiaria grass and the Semanhyia grass? From the horse's own mouth today, would you mind please answering that for us?
So the brachiaria grass is a botanical name for a lot of species. Right? And the Semanhyia grass is just one species.
A modified variety.
One species. So there's a lot of species. Right? For under the brachiaria grass. So Semanhyia grass is just one variety. There are so many, and even under that, so we have the SF01 and then the SF02 as well. And they all have different features, but they are all under the brachiaria umbrella.
I see.
So that is what it is.
So not just every brachiaria is Semanhyia grass. Guys, you've heard it. You've heard it. Not just every brachiaria grass you see out there is Semanhyia grass. And where we are standing is a solid evidence of its hardy nature. Guess what? Aside it being hardy and drought resistant, one would think it wouldn't even be nutritious. But hey, you've got a 3-in-1 package actually. It is highly nutritious. I'm not here to market today. I just wanted to show you the kind of grass we've been advocating for livestock farmers all over Africa to, you know, cultivate. Because guys, you wouldn't be found wanting, and a lot of conflicts that exist between crop farmers and, you know, livestock farmers would cease because we have our own feed. Fred, please, I want us to walk to that side. And the way your voice has been very sober, I really have to try and wrap up this video because, you know, for good reasons. Do you remember acting like a midwife to some huge boa goats here or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. So this used to be, you know, whenever we import the goats from South Africa, we'll keep them in this crate, and then they will go into the cargo plane with this. And once they arrive here, this becomes our gestation pen, where we'll keep them here for delivery, right? So yeah, it's funny that you know, now it's just sitting here.
Well, I'm going to use the word try. Let's try and see if we can go to where we used to have our pens. Try, because I came here earlier and I couldn't access the place. I know you're hardier than the Semanhyia grass, so who knows? We are on the field, maybe. But the farthest I could go was just somewhere here. I couldn't even get to the ladder, Fred. But Fred, what's your memory here? I am not going there with you. Let me state that. So if you want to go and maybe pour some libation under that tree, because I remember we used to take videos there. What would you say about that?
Yeah. It's crazy how without the presence of humans, you know, how the environment turns. I mean, I know. I wasn't expecting it to this bushy. I don't know why. For some reason, I never imagined it this way. But yeah, it's bushy.
Okay, Fred, I'll just try and wrap this up, okay? Because I think I'm getting emotional myself, and y'all know I am not that type. So, Fred, I understand the second structure behind the poultry facility used to be the quarantine structure for the goats you used to buy freshly. Take me there. I entered and saw something, and I want to ask you about that. Deal? You're welcome to where we would end our video, which is the quarantine area. I think my surprise personally was to see the salt lake still hanging. It just makes me want to ask you, how long does this thing last?
I mean, it's a salt lake, so it's only water. You know, the saliva from your mouth or rainwater is what is going to drain it. Otherwise, it could last for a very long time. It's just minerals compacted, yeah.
Wow. Why? The people forgot to take it along, huh? Well, guys, if you need some, let me just tell you, we have some. And to know that it's that durable, yeah, it's heavy. Just, you have to get some. It boosts the appetite of your livestock. Fred, let me play the devil's advocate here. In case we never hear from the government positively, what becomes of it?
Till I get money, I'll come back. But for now, I don't.
And guys, money we are going to get, because as we are diversifying in this beautiful, life-transforming livestock industry, you know that it's profitable. That we won't lie to you. We just also love to be as brutally transparent with you as possible, because, hey, that's the journey. I am Nadia, and today I literally dragged my boss, Fred, to the old sites here where it all began for Semanhyia L&D Farm. And I believe for all of you out there who were asking what's happening with the land and everything, he has answered satisfactorily. Even if you think he hasn't, all you have to do is to put it in the comment section, and hopefully we would be able to answer it satisfactorily for you. Do like this video, comment and share as well. Till we come your way with another video, please continue with us on this beautiful journey of educating people and doing other innovative things to transform this livestock industry. From all of us here at Farming in Africa to you, especially from Boss Fred, it is all love and bye-bye from here. Bye-bye.